proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red blast, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
Welcome everybody to the Shake and Bake Season 2 opener live from Daytona International Raceway. I am Repeat. Get the very, very distinguished honor of talking to tonight's sponsor, the one and only Byron Jones, owner and operator for Jones Patent Designs, who is sponsoring the very first race of his hobby, his what he likes to do. Byron, if you would please tell everybody what they can get out of Jones Patent Designs, and a little bit more about how you came across this and what they what kind of quality work they can get from your service, sir.
Yeah, so as you can see, we just had the car up on track. It's gonna be on track tonight. That was a design I made. Started back in 2021. I had this graphic design class for my teacher, and turn around just became this huge thing. I started making paint schemes for the cars on iRacing. Plenty of guys that you see nowadays too. Some of the designs are by me. I've done a ton of work. Of course, every paint scheme I have that I run week in, week out is designed by myself. We run at $15 per paint scheme. Paint schemes, I do deals as well. So if you want to do 2 for $25, we can do that too. As well as I'm always looking for sponsorship. People want to sponsor their cars, more than welcome to throw a paint scheme together for them. But it's just been a blast doing Photoshop, running across a ton of cool people too. being able to make all these designs with. So it's a huge partnering, hoping we can continue growing this as we go throughout my iRacing career. But right now it's just a blast and I enjoy it.
Well, I mean, a lot of people know that we've worked together quite a few times, different collaborations during races and projects and all kinds of things. I've run several of your paint schemes, including the one that I currently run over on the All-American Racing Partnership Series on Wednesday nights. Buddy, we're watching you and everybody else roll off right now. Wish you all kinds of luck. Go get them. I will. I'll get you down to Drivers General. You can go wherever you want to go from there. But good luck, Byron. Keep the shiny side up on that Patriot Esports, Jones Paint and Designs, Chevrolet Camaro all night long, and maybe we'll be. I'm sorry, Ford Mustang GT, and maybe we'll be talking to you later on.
Most definitely, I hope so. I appreciate you for putting this on, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for all you do. All right. So we got Byron Jones down where he needs to go. Let's go ahead and see if we can't clear the board and kind of introduce you to first what we've got going on. And let's bring you up to our front row and our racing grid. They're going to go ahead and take a green. So Francis Hamilton and Matt Gale going to lead the way. Ryan Crooks, Jordan McGraw, Charles Kramer, and Mike DeWalt going to be row 3. Row 4 is going to be Matt Burgess and Cody Kalinka. Joseph Berg and Cody Giles going to be row 5. Row 6, Tom Flickcroft and Byron Jones to round out your top 12. It is going to be one hell of a race all night long. Cannot wait to see exactly how this all plays out. The duels were amazing. Every single race that has been run so far was all kinds of fun, all kinds of excitement, all kinds of action. Pace Car is going to go ahead and pull off as I continue to go through your 43 car field. Green flags up, green flags out. Let's kick off season 2. Let's go racing. All right, so it looks like Francis Hamilton in that 48. Our pole sitter is going to come across to lead the very first lap. Big pushing by Ryan Crooks in that 2-5. Charles Kramer, Matt Burgess, and Tom Flickcroft going to be your top 5. Let's go ahead and bring up everything that you're going to need all night long to keep up with your favorite driver, as always. Sandy AW, thank you very much for the 15 bits. Buddy, welcome aboard one more time. And in case I forgot to say thank you for the other night, thank you for the bits then as well. Again, 43 cars to kick off season number 2 here for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Again, I am Repeat, and I am glad to be back here. One hell of a field. I was looking at the different caliber drivers that are filling this season opener, and there's about a 3K strength of field, and each and every one of them absolutely getting after it. And man, it's going to be one hell of a race. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up your race info one more time so you can see exactly what we got going on. A 2.5 mile super speedway, 94 degree track temp, and a 68 degree air temp. And as it says up top, this is the Jones Sim Paint and Designs Daytona 225 presented by IROC TV. If you've got a Roku TV, a Roku streaming device, go on over, search out the logo that you see on the bottom left hand side, and add that app. It is completely free, and you get to keep up with every single one of these series races every Monday night right around 8:30 Eastern, and it's all in stunning 4K quality You do not want to miss a single bit of it. All right, let's go ahead and bring that back up one more time, and we'll keep up with everybody as we continue on. But right now, one long conga line for the most part on the bottom side. During the duels, we were seeing a lot of issues with cars breaking loose after about lap 15 to 20. I mean, these cars were an absolute handful to hold on to. So far, so good. Only working lap, starting going to be lap 5 here of 90. And man, again, welcome aboard to season number 2. Maze Ninja out there, and I'm sure he's probably got the amazing moustresses, if I'm not wrong, right there with him, or maybe Charizard or Danny Bananas, or maybe the one and only Zim. I don't know, but thank you very much for all the support, Maze, and all of EMGG. Right now, EMGG car is going to be P number 2. I believe I see one more a little bit further back. Talking about James Holzer back here in this 17. A little bit of a different paint scheme for these guys compared to last year. They were the black with the white and the magenta. This year cars look a little bit cleaner. I kind of like him. You see John Honeycutt right in front of him, right, as well as the number 3 for Jones, for Byron Jones. You see the 13 and the 19 up high. 19 is going to be Michael DeWitt, and that 13 is going to be Joseph Turley, as we kind of look around the field just a little bit. But here's the guy that continues to lead. That 25 of Ryan Crooks. I tell you, he's been all over the back end of this Tigers 48. He's got to be a little careful, make sure that he's watching those engine temps. Does not want to expire that motor before it's time. And you see right here, P number 4, it says, let's go, on the side. That's going to be Charles Kramer. And right behind him in that number 12 A&W Root Beer machine, that's going to be the one and only Matt Burgess. Charizard said, hey everyone, how's it going? Charizard, good to see you out there as well. And man, what in case you couldn't tell, I am absolutely hyped about this new season kicking off. I mean, I cover a lot of different races, but a 43 stacked car field here with Shake and Bake on either Facebook, Twitch, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or of course Roku, through your favorite Roku device. Thomas Parent says, hey, repeat, go Thomas. Yeah, Tom Flitcroft right now running in P number 5. He's up 6 spots already in just the first 8 laps. So Tom's got a little bit of a heavy foot tonight. And looks like so far he's able to carry it pretty well. You see the 77 of Tyler Dohar in his filter time machine to the outside. In fact, I think Tyler's actually got himself some new sponsorship, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can't get on up there to him. Elite Performance Industries. It's a setup shop for non-fixed races here on iRacing, and from what I hear, absolutely one of the best. So Tyler doing his thing right now, kind of tied for about P4. You see the 12 of Matt Burgess kind of sliding to his inside in that Ford Mustang GT. So Camaro, and then a few Fords leading up front. But right now, it is Francis Hamilton in a Camaro, as well as Ryan Crooks still sitting P2 after starting P3. So Ryan Crooks up 1 spot. How about Eliza Bethel a little bit further back here in her team FTR Camaro, the one and only Eliza Bethel, doing absolutely great. She had a very, very productive off season. Did a little bit of recruiting, but for the most part, everybody that was here at the end of last season came back this season. And it just the core of the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series just gets stronger and stronger every year. If I'm not mistaken, there are 30 charters, so 30 teams that are automatically locked in every week. And the way things are going to be going forward is if there's more than 43 cars, there will be 2 separate lobbies created. One lobby for qualifying. Top 43 automatically advance into the race. The others, they've got to try next week. No participation trophies, no nothing like that. If you make it on time, you make it into the race, and you got a great chance at gaining those points to continue to propel yourself through the season. One of the other admins that are out here looking back a little bit at Jordan McGraw in his number 34. He's right now sitting P14. He started P4, so I'm gonna guess he might have got stuck on the outside where everybody else went to the inside. As it looks like we've got 3. I thought for a second there we were actually going to have a problem. 61 was way up high, but able to slot in, and we're going to be able to move on. I think I just spotted another car a little bit further back. Let's see if I can find him right now. But that was Mark Morton. I'm not quite sure. No, maybe it wasn't Mark Morton. But how about we got a new leader up high, wide, and handsome, Tom Flitcroft. He's going to go ahead and take the top spot, and he'll have a little bit of help as well. That's a great looking amp energy machine for Tom Flitty. 77 Tyler Doar right behind him. Then you got the 67 of Matt Gale. So he's down one spot after starting outside pole. These two up front, very familiar with each other. They've raced all the way, going all the way back to console. It's really interesting if you think about all the people that have made the jump to iRacing and all the money that has been spent to upgrade your pedals, upgrade your wheel, upgrade your rig, upgrade your PC, buy all the different tracks, buy all the different cars. I mean, you're talking a lot of money that is very heavily invested in a lot of these setups. Looking overhead and see the pack go through turns 3 and 4, looking at Lake Lloyd and Daytona from the overhead. Let's actually switch that over to the chopper and keep up with our front pack as they go across the start stripe heading into turns 1 and 2. Again, Tom Flitcroft leading, Tyler Doar, Matt Gale, Francis Hamilton, Charles Kramer. Right now, Charles Kramer, he started P5 in his Mustang GT, continues to rock P5, and the only other one that's just like that is going to be a little bit further in the back. Talking about Maxwell Castro. He's in the 27 right now. He started 18th. He's running 18th and just trying to hold on. The second woman ever to join the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Talking about Brianna Levine in the number 71. She's sitting P26, also right where she started. So, we got a little bit of contact in the back. Can they hold it? Yes, they can. That far back, it wouldn't have had any kind of a big recourse on the field. But these two now, even though they just made contact, they're going to have to hope that they can work together to pull their way on back up. Even maybe a little bit further in the back, how about we catch up with the 91 of Sean Blanchard and his Swag.biz machine. Sean has agreed to create a t-shirt for the winner of tonight's race. And it'll have their name on it, and it'll show that they are the winner of the Jones Payton Design 225 Season 2 opening race for Shake and Bake. So there's a lot of things going on tonight. A lot of things going to be happening all season long. If you just joined out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or through the IROC TV Roku channel, welcome aboard. Again, I am Repeat, and this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Caution's out. Looks like Jose Ruiz, Micah Allard, and Jordan McGraw are going to have something to do with this. So caution number 1 on lap 16. We're going to go through and see if we can find out exactly what happened. All kinds of smoke in the very close proximity to Sean Blanchard and others. See if we can go on up, find out what happened. Here is actually Andrew Wisdom. Jose Ruiz was showing to be part of that as well. But I didn't see, and I still don't see, any kind of damage to his car. So let's go back and see if we can find out what happened with these guys right now. We'll pick up with Evan Knopp. All right, let's go ahead and flip this around to the chase. You see one car down on the apron already. So this should be interesting. Let's go first from the chopper view, and we'll play it from here, and then we'll pick a different angle. Oh, so it looks like somebody blinking out in the front, and Tyler Dohar's part of that. So yeah, some damaged cars in the very, very beginning. Let's see if we can pick up with Tyler Dohar. Let's switch that up to the chase mode. Actually, let's go ahead and rewind that. And we'll stop it. Now let's go back to the chase mode again. And I'm going to... Okay, there we go. All right, let's play it out. I don't know if this is going to be a blinking issue or exactly what it was, but looks like 77 all over the back end of the 8, pushing going into the corner. And I don't see any kind of an issue with don't push the pusher on the bottom side. 67, 48, 93, and the 12. And yeah, it looks like this is going to be a blinking issue up front because right after that, all hell broke loose. So very, very unfortunate. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Tom Flitcroft is showing still as your leader. Let's see if we can find old Tom and have a quick word with driver 8. Tom, it's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a copy in that amp, beautiful Amp Energy number 8 Camaro, sir.
Oh man, you're gonna jinx me.
No, I would never do that, especially while your parents are watching, man. Not at all. Well, Tom, here you are out here in this Mountain Dew machine. You were able to lead a whole bunch of laps. Not quite sure what happened right there. The field kind of blinked a little bit. Not quite sure if that was you or if that was Dohar who was pushing you or somebody else right around you. But you've been able to lead a few laps. How's the clean air feeling on your number 8 Mountain Dew amp machine? And is it any better than what it was during the duels where you're starting to get loose right around there?
Well, everybody started to get loose there. I was starting to get loose off the corners. I don't know if you were seeing me wiggle a little bit or not, but Tyler went into the corner and it was like he hit black ice. He got really loose, and once that happens, there's nobody that can save it, and I watched it all happen in the mirror, and just lucky enough to be in front of it. So after 15 laps or so, watch for some more calamity, because it hits you out of nowhere. It's literally like flipping a switch.
Well, it looks like you're going to have the 93 of Joseph Berg to your outside. Francis Hamilton, our pole sitter, right behind you. Then it's going to be Matt Burgess and Mike DeWitt. Obviously, you were really good with Tyler Dohar pushing you. I see the lights on the pace car are still on, so I'm going to guess we're going to go around at least one more time. Yep. But besides Dohar, which I kind of cued in on a little bit, that you and him are very, very used to the way you race. Knowing that Dohar is now not right behind you, is there an alternate that you'd love to see fill your rear view to push you all the way around, or to continue to push you all the way around?
I mean, I got my other teammates in here, you know. I mean, we always work well with the FTR guys, with Frozen and J-Mac and Honeycutt and everybody, but you know, I got Brendan and James Holzer, so they're always really good to be behind you. They're people you can trust, and I don't know, man. I feel like it's just gonna be a matter of survival, and I was just kind of riding there, and I'm like, you know what? There's a lap car coming. What would Dale Earnhardt Jr. do? You know, let's just send it, and it worked out, and I'll just try to keep it clean here. If I lose the lead, it's not a big deal. I just want to find a comfortable place to kind of ride for a bit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yo. You bring up Earnhardt. He's won here in so many different races. Only won the Daytona 500 one time, but it was always the qualifying races and all that. I mean, at one point I think it was like 10 in a row. And at some point, sometimes it was just the last lap, the first lap and the last lap, middle, and then the last lap. If you can do just that, man, you'll have one hell of a race. It'll be great to see you lock in, a win earlier in the season, just in case you kind of get bitten by any kind of bad luck later on. But man, you got all kinds of green. Green represents the Irish, and obviously the Irish are full of luck. So we'll go with that. No jinx on you whatsoever. Tom, go get him. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up, and you know I'm always a fan.
All right, man. We'll try our best to survive here. No promises, though. Watch out for more looseness.
All right. I'll get you back down with C Motorsports right now, and yeah, good luck, sir.
All right, thanks, man.
You got it, buddy. All right, so that is Tom Flitcroft, old Tom Flitty from back in the day on Xbox. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. Lights atop the pace car are out. As you can see by the track map on the bottom right-hand side, they are going down the backstretch right now. Aiden Mamba says, first time here, go number 19, talking about Mike DeWalt. Cowabummer, gotta love that. Rooting on the 16. 16 a little bit further back, talking about Dylan Robb. Right now he's up he's up 14 spots, sitting in P18. So that iRacing pace car about to pull off and set this field on fire. Bringing on back here with Barney. You see the yellow flag up in the air, and them coming off turn 4. Pace car is going to make that hard left turn towards pit road, towards Albuquerque, and set this field off. Cannot wait. Green flag's up. Let's go. Coming to complete that lap, I'm actually really surprised that Joseph Berger, Francis Hamilton didn't pull the inside. It looks like the first one that did is going to be the 25 Orion Crooks, as he's going to go ahead and battle for P number 4, down one spot from where he qualified. But, yeah, I was kind of surprised at the 93 with the 48 assistance. They didn't drop in, but the 8's going to drop down, pick up that 2.5 of Ryan. He's got a good old shove from the 12. 12's going to lay off just a little bit. We're going to go back side by side. No clear advantage in either lane. Both very strong right now. And you just heard the 8 of Tom say that even with so I guess I heard something about an update to the cars earlier today, that even with that update, that the cars are very loose as the race goes on. Rick and Twisted said Mamba's spitting some facts. 19 kinda OP. Well, hey, we'll have to see. There you see that 19 Flex Volt car trying to charge, trying to charge his way up to the front. So far, Mike DeWalt is up 2 spots from where he started. And, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Cal Bummer saying 19 got nothing on the 16. Going back to pick up with the 16 of Dylan Robb right now. There he is. Let's actually jump on board with his Chevrolet Camaro. Kind of take a look ahead, see what he's looking at from his hood. And there you see, big line of cars on the bottom. Looks like somebody trying to challenge to the outside. One car way off on track is going to charge, or going to cause a big old checkup on the bottom. Dylan decides to go ahead and bail on the line. He's going to fall to the way back, and that's going to be a problem. Wyatt's Dad at 808 says, watch for Evan Knopp, great super speedway driver. Says, I raced with the 19 in another league, and he's taught so much about iRacing. But yeah, right now, Dylan in that 16 falling back quite a bit. He bailed, so in case a caution came out, he wouldn't get collected. Smart move, but that's going to go ahead and drop him all the way back to 32nd, right where he qualified through the duels. Up front, getting right back with Tom Flitcroft and company. And these guys now on the bottom side versus the high side, getting a whole lot of separation. Big Chubb going all the way down the backstretch, 25, absolutely not letting go of that Mountain Dew bumper. He says, man, I got a little bit of glitch for you. Let's roll. There's you see the 50 of John Honeycutt, and then the 19 of Mike DeWalt. John Honeycutt right now up 14 spots in his Team FTR Camaro. And yeah, really charging his way through the field as much as he can. Let's kind of go ahead and take a look at his machine since he's moved up so much, and he looks like he's got a very, very familiar sponsor right back on board, talking about high-tech securities in that number 50, looking pretty sweet. I tell you, I've watched John Honeycutt through the off season, and the man has just been racing his heart out, getting closer and closer to a 2,700 I rating. And yeah, I've watched him in a lot of the different money races, watched him in the Turn Down for What series, as well as just all around iRacing. He's really getting to be an all around very good driver as well. You see the 5 now up top. That's going to be Brendan Book leading the outside line. You see quite a few others up there as well, including James Holzer, Philip Bridgman, one of the lone Canadians in the field. Shake and Bake's getting more and more diverse. We got a couple Canadians in here. Now we got a couple European drivers as well. It's yeah, getting to be more and more. A little bit of a breakaway for the top 3. 19 tried to go high. 5 was having none of it. And now you see just that gap. But what's going to happen is we'll actually go ahead and jump on the nose cam of that 19. When he gets that big old run, he's going to have choice, whether he wants to try to take this 3 wide or if he wants to just ride right there. But there you see him getting closer and closer. What's going to happen with this pull? Let's see. What does he do? Does he check up? Yep. He's just going to check up. No run for him to run with. All right, now high above in the chopper, kind of keeping an eye on the different lines as they move. Brendan Book now in that 5. He's going to go on up, take the lead, and grab a point for leading a lap. And he'll also coming up on some on a lap down car. This should be interesting to see which way they go and how they get around it. Riding on up with Brendan right now. Looks like they were able to take him up on the high side and just move on by, no harm, no foul, as they continue to move on through. It looks like the 34 right now of Jordan McGraw all over the back end of that 19 of Mike DeWalt. Right now, Mike down 3 spots. Jordan McGraw down 4 spots. Honeycutt up 10. Holzer up 10. Ryan Crooks down 2. Tom Flitcroft up 7. Brianna Levine in her number 71 Ford Mustang GT. She's up 16 spots. But right now, the biggest mover of the race is going to be our leader. And talking again about one of the very trusted admins in this series, the one and only Brendan Book in his number 5 Cincinnati Chevrolet Camaro. Almost said Silverado. How about that? Wyatt's dad, Cowabummer, Rick and Twisted, and so many others. Man, thank y'all for coming out, hanging out, chatting up, keeping me and everybody else company. Please don't be bashful. Go on over, smash that follow, hit the subscribe if you can, whether you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or IROC TV through your favorite Roku device. Glad to have you aboard, and yeah, welcome aboard. This is the home of the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. This is the first points-paying race since last season. The duels and qualifying was a whole lot of fun, but now it's down to brass tacks, and these guys are going to get after it. Guys and girls, excuse me, Eliza and Brianna. Yeah, down to brass tacks. Let's take a look and see how we're doing as far as the weather goes. Looks like we got a 73-degree air temp now, so that's actually come down a little bit. Track temp earlier was about 96. That's down to 88. As you can see, a little bit of cloud cover, covering the track. So the track now getting a little bit more of a grayish color than what we'd see if the sun was out, but not too shabby. Let's see if that helps the cars with their handling. When we talked to Tom Flitcroft during that caution about lap 16, he said he just saw the 77 of Tyler Dorr just flat lose it in his machine in his rear view. And we'll have to see if that happens, and if clean air here means more than normal with the handling of these machines. It looked like the 8 of Tom Flitcroft is going to go ahead and try to fight back on the high side. He's got the 50 of John Honeycutt. There you also see the 25 of Ryan Crooks sitting P number 6. He continues to try to fight his way up, and it looks like, is that Eliza down up on the high side? I think that might be, and yeah, that is the 64 of Eliza Bethel. So she'll have to hold a really pretty line up there, allow the rest of the field to go on by. I'm going to get something happen with her. They're going to go 4 wide. Is this going to work? Whoa, smart to back out of that. That would not have been good, especially going through one of the most narrow parts of the track, through the tri-oval. You might be able to get away with it going down the backstretch temporarily, but 4 wide through the tri-oval, not so much. There you see the 34 of Jordan McGraw. It looks like right now he's still sitting P number 7. Holzer up to P9. He's up 7 spots. And then Mike DeWalt, Brianna Levine, and Jose Ruiz. Let's actually jump on board with Jose and take a look from his nose. See exactly what he's seeing with this long conga line on the bottom. Everybody just guiding the car around the butter. That is up close and personal. Riding along right now with Matt Burgess just a little bit further back. You see him right there in that 12 Ford Mustang GT, leading the 30 of Ryan McCall in his Shaboom machine. He's back this year with the same exact sponsorship. You see the 20 Yahoo machine. That's going to be a Toyota TRD Camry for Frank Winnisett on that bottom side. Up high, you see the 93 and Company. You also see, how about Nate Mon? The man back with the Sundrop car in that double deuce. Nate Mon was really pouring it on at the end of last year. Right now he's sitting 22nd, so up 20 spots to be able to really get on up and battle. Wyatt Stat says, "Go Hokies!" There you go. Pick it up with this pack just a little bit further back. This is P39 right now with Cody Giles in the 6. He's got Tyler Dohar right behind him. Michael Allard right ahead up here in this 61, right ahead of the 71 and Company. So, yeah, Tyler involved in that first wreck. This pack way, quite a bit further back. There you see the 3 of Byron Jones, tonight's title sponsor of the race for Jones P&D. Guys, please reach out to Jones P and spell out and D. Jones P and D on Twitter. Send the man a message. I promise you, anything that you get from him, whether it's paint schemes, hero cards, whatever you may need, any kind of graphics that you need. The man actually went to school, and I've sat and watched him for hours building everything that you could possibly need for your iRacing service, or for self-promotion, league promotion, community promotion, POV broadcast promotions, podcast promotions, whatever you need, Byron can absolutely get you taken care of. And man, you see rocking the Patriot Esports down the side, and of course, again, Jones P&D on the front of his Ford Mustang GT. Beautiful looking car right there. Byron's right now holding on to P number 9. James Holzer right in front in that EMGG number 17. Then you see Jordan McGraw, Ryan Crooks, and Philip Bridgman. Behind Byron, you got Mike DeWalt, Jose Ruiz, Brianna Levine, and Frank Warner in his number 9. Last season was a Krenzer Marine machine, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Looks like this year it's Mize Auto Detail. I just saw somebody slide off, maybe thinking about going down pit road, but I don't see anybody dropping. Nope, not quite sure who that was. Might have just pulled off the track like he had some kind of an issue. Talking about Evan Knopp, I think somebody mentioned him earlier. Says, watch for Evan Knopp, great super speedway driver. That's going to be Wyatt's dad, 08. Talking about him earlier. Right now, this Tide Ride doing really well, sitting right in front of the 18 of Philip Bridgman and Brendan Book, the guy that was leading just a moment ago, to hold on to P number 4. Evan Knopp up 20 spots, so a great super speedway racer indeed. Definitely making some moves to work his way on up through maybe through caution, which takes skill all by itself, or through racing his way on up to really advance his position. Tom Flickroft, though, back in the lead. John Honeycutt right now, P2. Brendan Book, Evan Knopp, Philip Bridgman are going to, again, be your top 5. Long conga line. Looks like the first, first 11 in line right there, and then we got to pick up with Matt Burgess and Ryan McCall in this pack just a little bit further back, including, again, like I said, Ryan McCall in that Shaboom Camaro. So this would be the second pack. So you got a pack of a pack of 11 or a pack of 12 back to Brianna Levine at tail end right there, and then you got Matt Burgess and company a little bit further back here, including the 20 of Frank Winniset, the 93. There's the 27, and so many more. A lot of great racers in this field. All right, tell you what, we're going to do a little bit of a crank it up session. So, guys and girls out there in chat, if you got a surround sound, you got a TV that really kicks when you crank it, let's go ahead and pump up the volume, to quote an old song. If you don't remember it, got to go look it up. Ask your favorite streaming device to music streaming device, that is, to play that song for you. And there you go. I'll date myself with that music, but go ahead and crank it up, and we'll be back. All right, well, if a few of those didn't blow out your eardrums, I don't know what would. Absolutely love to see all these cars screaming on by. Again, a 43-car packed field tonight live for the first race in season number 2 of the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Again, I am Repeat. If you just joined, thank you for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up. Definitely looking forward. Wyatt Stats says, I think there's some fuel saving going on the way that second pack caught the front pack. I got to agree. Blame the Player says that Joe Berg guy is really good. Joe Berg right now sitting in P number 8, right in front of Jimmy Cocker, the guy that won this race last time. Talk about a little bit of fuel saving. Got some guys coming on down pit road. Leading the way is going to be the Tide Ride, the 63 of Evan Knopp and more. Ryan McCall in, Tom Harmon, PJ O'Leary, Matt O'Brien, Brianna Levine, and more. Everybody trying to whoa it up and slow it up to get into their pit stall. One hell of a race. But yeah, Joe Berg, he's one that actually stayed out. And with those guys pitting, after starting P9, now up to P6, up 3 spots, doing all right. So I got to agree. White Stat 31 scheme is the scheme of the night. I got to agree, that Jimmy Cocker machine that won, again, last season's inaugural season opening race. Yeah, I have to agree. Jimmy Cocker in this Virginia Tech number 31. Let's see if he can go back-to-back. Be pretty cool if he did. You got the 64 of Eliza Bethal, team owner and lead admin for the Shake and Bake iRacing series. Eliza, one hell of a great super speedway racer in her own right. Does very, very well. I'm not quite sure what happened with Eliza to fall back so far. But hey, a lot of racing yet to go. And as let me see. Let me make sure I'm showing you the right information here. Eliza's actually down 9 laps. So it looks like the second pack of cars is going to go ahead and pit now. I watched a lot of guys running some pit practice early of Jones. Oh, Byron. Wow. Who was that? 24. I think that's going to be PJ O'Leary. Very, very lucky. Just glitched through the 3 of Byron Jones. But Byron spun it out. Coming on to pit road, I'm going to guess he missed his stall. So he'll have to ride through. Nope, his stall is a little bit further up, so got a second chance there. And let's see, if we take a look on the front end of that machine, did he have any damage? Nope, I don't see any issues on the front end of that pony. He'll be able to come on back out, but will lose the draft. So very unfortunate for tonight's title sponsor. Again, Jones Paint and Designs on Twitter. Hit him up. Man is absolutely phenomenal with everything that regards to a digital brush. Hit him up. Again, Jones P&D on Twitter. So Jordan McGraw bringing his this little pack coming down pit road, including the 17 of James Holzer and Jose Ruiz in the 23. So Team FTR and Team EMGG kind of working together just a little bit. And how about Tom Flitcroft? He's going to re-inherit the lead, as it looks like he might be lagging out just a little bit of a blink from him, but that's all right. Yeah, Tom Flitcroft and Ryan Crooks, Matt Burgess, and Maxwell Castro right now are your top 4. This is where Tom is going to go ahead and re-inherit the lead. As you see this lead pack come flying by on the outside, they're going to have to hope to get up to speed pretty quick if they want to try to catch up to them and catch on to the draft. Holzer's normally, usually fast in his own right. I mean, last season's champ won, I think, was it 12 races out of the 30 that or so that were run. Yeah, the man is just a comp beast when it comes to racing. And you see Maxwell Castro down on the apron, getting a little loose. Something happened with that 27 to send him around almost. Let's see if we can find out what happened with Maxwell. Let's go ahead and switch this cam up just a little bit, and we'll play it out. Just did not want to, ooh, he got a little close to that blend line and did not want to go up track, and it did everything that he could do to hold on to the car. Good save by Maxwell. That could have been really bad. Turn left, go fast. There you go. Couple familiar faces back up in the front. There you see Tom Flitcroft, Ryan Crooks, and Matt Burgess. Got a little bit of a gap back to P number 4. That's going to be Brendan Book, and he's got more cars with him. So the 5, 43, 63. That's going to be Brendan Book, Matt O'Brien, Evan Knopp. Matt O'Brien, all last season for the most part, ran a Cloud 9 machine. This year he decided to go ahead and change it up a little bit to a Focus Factor. Famed number 43, old Richard Petty number. A little bit of a shot to that Cincinnati number 5. The 63 Tide Ride right behind him, Evan Knopp. As you see, the 16 going to go ahead and go down 1 lap after some issues that he had earlier. Looks like caution's going to fly. Caution number 2 on the night, working lap 58 of 90. So 32 more laps to go, and pretty much everybody has been on and off pit road already. So not quite sure, haven't been told what the caution is for. Kind of interesting. I'm not getting any kind of notifications here. I am not sure what this caution is for. All right, so he's saying Jacob and PJ. All right, let's thank you very much, Stratus. Let's go back with PJ O'Leary. Let's switch this up, and we'll rewind it if we can. All right, so it looks like a little bit of an issue getting on to pit road. Let's stop it right there, and let's play it out. Not kidding, Stratus. Not kidding. Absolutely appreciate you, sir. Oh, just kind of tagging each other a little bit. And, yeah. So there's the reason for your caution. Thank you, Stratus. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. So Brianna Levine in this number 71, now up 25 spots. Is she's showing to be your new leader right now, ahead of Tom Flitcroft and Ryan Crooks. So let's see if we can find Brianna right quick. I believe let me see if she's gone down. Yeah, the last time she was on pit road was lap 51, so she has pit. So all the cars that are in front of her are lap down cars, or will be they'll go ahead and take the wave around to get a lap back. But let's see if we can find Brianna. All right, Brianna's down there in Team EFR. Let's see if we can grab a quick word with her. Brianna, it's repeat up in the broadcast booth, but you got a copy in that number 71 GoDaddy machine. How are you? Brianna, you got a copy?
Hello?
Hey, Brianna, it's repeat. You got a copy?
I do have a copy.
All right, great. So you got a little bit of clean air now on the hood of that Ford Mustang GT. Tom Flitcroft's been very, very strong all race. You got some lap down and some lucky dog candidate, as well as the cars are going to go ahead and take a wave around since they were just down pit road. Now that you got the lead in your 71 GoDaddy machine, how do you hold on to it with so many fast guys around you?
Honestly, just clean air really does wonders. These cars are handling, so it really just depends on where we are in the pack. That middle to back is really starting to get pancakey, so I kind of wanted to get out of that and put myself up front and see what we can do.
All right, so which with the guys that are behind you, I mentioned Tom Flitcroft. He's led a whole bunch of lines, a whole bunch of laps rather. Matt Burgess very strong. Ryan Crooks very strong, very good pusher. Brendan Book, he knows how to get around this place and a lot of other tracks as well. Is there a certain somebody being somewhat new to the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series? Is there somebody that you want to see in your rear view?
Ryan Cook's a pretty good push. I found out in warm up, and if I can get hooked up with Honeycutt, that we've definitely had good success. But really, just whoever can push well and help us to the end. We're kind of on our own right now, teammates in the back, so see what happens.
All right, Brianna, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back on down to Team EFR. Good luck, go get them. And as I said in the beginning of the race, keep the shiny side up. Wish you all kinds of luck.
Man, thank you, broadcast.
You got it. All right, so yeah, again, Brianna Levine, brand new to the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, and yeah, throughout the duels and qualifying, definitely shown to be very fast. Up 25 spots though, so working her way through the field, doing everything that she can to gain momentum, show that she can come out here and race with all the fellas and be very successful at it as well. So definitely wish Brianna a whole lot of luck. Tom Flitcroft's going to be to her outside. Ryan Crooks, Matt Burgess, Brendan Book's going to be your top 5. Matt O'Brien, Tom Harmon, we haven't got a chance to talk about yet. Evan Canop, Francis Hamilton, and Jose Ruiz are your top 10. One hell of a top 10, to say the least. So with 2 cautions now, it looks like everybody up to about P20, at least the top 30 are all on the lead lap, going back to 33rd. Talking about the 88 of Henson. He would be the first car 1 lap down, would be the first car to receive the lucky dog if it comes to be where cautions breed cautions. We'll just have to find out. But again, that was Brianna Levine from Portsmouth and her on board for this GoDaddy number 71. Everybody all racked and stacked back up on the backstretch. Looks like the lights atop the pace car are out, so we're going to go back green this time. Who's going to be, Chad? Who's going to get on up there? Who's going to take the lead? And who's going to be able to hold on to it? You think it can be done with just the 28 laps that are left? Or is it going to come from somebody in the back if we have a big old explosion at the start stripe like what we've seen so many times before? Who is going to get it done? Who do you got, chat? Who's it going to be? Green flag, let's go. Brianna right now getting a big old push from Matt Burgess. I'm sorry, the 43 rather, Matt O'Brien. That's the other Matt. And yeah, he's gonna shove Brianna as hard as he can into turns 3 and 4, not really letting up too much. There you see the 68 of Tom Harmon to the outside. Last season it was an all green Avril Lavigne machine, very strong ride, and went deep into the playoffs. Coming to complete that lap, looks like Tom Flitcroft going to be able to go on up there and retake the lead. Working lap 64 now of 90, getting closer and closer to 25 laps to go. We've seen 2 cautions on a night, one somewhat smaller than the other, but we are all packed up, and whoa, we got a little bit of a wreck in the back. I'm not quite sure if that was John Honeycutt or who that was, but somebody's having a little bit of an issue trying to hold on to it way back there. Let me see if we can go back, find out. Yeah, there is John Honeycutt down on the apron. Oh, it looks like is that the 61 of Allert? No, it's going to be the 81 rather. The 81 of John Osborne really struggling. We're not going to have any kind of a caution, But let's see if we can find out what happened with John Osborne and Dylan Robb and John Honeycutt just a moment ago. Let's go ahead and rewind this because we definitely saw the 81 get all kinds of squirrely. This started way, way, way further back. Let's go ahead and stop it, and we'll go ahead and play it if it'll catch up. There we go. There's a 16 of Robb. Wait, let's rewind that one more time. All right. Ooh, just hard shot to the wall, and no bueno for a few people. All right, but no caution though because it all happened, and all the cars kind of washed down to the infield and to the apron. So let's go ahead and bring it back live. Wyatt's dad sounds like he's not too happy with Osborne, but there is John Honeycutt now sitting P38 on pit road trying to fix up that high-tech securities machine. Meanwhile, back up at the front, we've got a new leader, 43. Nope, caution. Yeah, third caution did come out. Okay, I'll be quiet now because obviously I have no idea what I'm talking about. There's our leader, Tom Flitcroft. Ryan Crook's going to line up right behind him. If Ryan doesn't go down pit road, we'll go ahead and pull him on up to the booth. He should be down there in EMGG Racing. Yes, he is. So I know right where to find him. We'll go ahead and pull him here in just a moment since we've already spoken with Tom Flitcroft. Looks like he is going to go ahead and stay out. No need to top off. So let's go ahead and pull driver 25 right now. Ryan Crooks, good to see you. Good to talk to you one more time in that EMGG number 25. Tell you what, bud, your 25 Camaro been very, very strong. It seems like a lot of people will trust you to push, but you've also shown to have a pretty fast hot rod. Besides that glitch, all throughout your body, what else is keeping you so focused on this race, sir?
Yeah, if it's not for the glitch, it's got to be the Kickstart Mountain Dew on the back of Flitcroft's car. Yeah, man, we've been fast, been able to push good, just trying to stay up front, especially with the laps winding down. You never know what's going to happen at these things, but one thing's typically for certain is a wreck somewhere, really anywhere. So just trying to stay out front. I want to be the pusher. I feel like I can push, and as long as I keep my temps in control, can sort of control our line and set myself up for a good run on the last lap. So all in all, it's been good, and hopefully we can just be there at the end. Really want to win this thing.
Man, it's kind of funny that you mentioned the temps. I mentioned that a couple times when I saw you locked up to the back end of Tom Flitcroft, and I said at some point you're going to have to let go and either pull low if he washes up a little bit or go just a little bit higher to get some clean air on the nose of that machine. With how fast you've been, you definitely do not want that thing to blow. So you know how your car handles in the draft, tucked up behind somebody, and even when you got to pull out to get a little bit of clean air. Do you think you've also got a Camaro to be able to lead this thing, bud?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I enjoy leading lines. I hold a really good wheel, so typically I can take really hard pushes just about for anyone, but I just feel like in order to win this thing, I don't think the leader on white flag is going to win this race. I almost feel like you've got to be second or third. So yeah, hopefully I get it out in front, get it in clean air. Just hopefully it's on the last lap, and hopefully we bring home the checkered.
All right, so it looks like you're going to restart on the high side. Tom Flitcroft has chosen to take the normal bottom side. So you're going to have the 5 of Brendan Book and Francis Hamilton in the 48, 2 cars back. Obviously very, very fast in qualifying and ready for the race since he took the pole. Is there anybody else besides maybe your teammate that you'd want to see in your rear view trying to shove you for the W?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I haven't been pushed a lot. I'd love to say Book, but I think Book and Flitcroft are pretty tight. So, yeah, just hopefully we can keep them separated. I'm thinking Flitcroft might get off to a good jump and come up high. We've been really fast up high, and I've worked with Tom a decent amount through the race. So, yeah, you get your friends where you can get them, especially as this thing winds down. But hopefully whoever we get behind us doesn't lift.
All right, Ryan. I definitely appreciate you as always, allowing me to pull you on up. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up, and man, hey, it wouldn't be the first time if you end up in a podium spot for this race to kick off season number 2. Go get him, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, so get him back down to the Team EMGG chat, and definitely wish Ryan Crooks definitely a lot of fun to talk to during these races, and great representative of EMGG, a huge gaming crew that supports their driver at every step. All right, so green flag's about ready to fly. Pace car pulling off. Let's go.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, so it looks like the 8 was able to get on up in front of the 25. You saw he immediately tried to get on up, but had to come on back down again, and then he did ultimately clear Ryan Crooks. Ryan, though, he's going to try to go back to the high side. He wants to see exactly what his EMGG machine is capable. In the front, big slam from the 5 of Brendan Book. That could have been bad, but hey, when you got somebody that can hold the wheel, just like Ryan said, he can hold a pretty wheel. Right now, high, wide, and handsome on the high side. 5's going to leave him out to drive here, or dry rather. Here comes the 48-year pole sitter of Francis Hamilton. He's going to pick that 25 back up, and it looks like who's going to be at the line? It's a drag race. Ooh, I'm not quite sure. That would have been a photo finish if that was the last lap. 20 laps to go here in the Jones Paint and Design 225 opening race for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series from Daytona. Been one hell of a race. Blame the player says, go Joe Berg. Ballistic for you says, unfortunate turn of events. Wide Stat talking about the turn down for what? iRacing truck race last night from Iowa. Unfortunately, had some internet issues. I actually almost didn't make tonight's race. My internet came up a half hour before I needed to be live and get up and get this thing going, scrambling through, trying to get all these cameras set. That way you guys were a little bit more entertained and we were ready to roll. So, man, I'm glad that I didn't miss all these shots and all these different leaders. But Crooks, now your very, very clear and present leader. Brandon Book P2, Tom Flickroft, Matt Burgess, and Evan Knopp now up inside the top 5. Brandon Book up 35 spots. Evan Knopp up 19. So again, out there earlier, somebody mentioned Evan Knopp, and now here he is sitting solidly inside the top 5 in P5. Again, racked and stacked all back up behind him. 2 very capable lines as we continue to wind down the laps. Definitely want to say hello to everybody that's out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or IROC TV through your favorite Roku streaming device. Thank you very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me and everybody else company, irregardless of who your driver is. I appreciate you for hanging out. This is the official home for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series for all 34 races that we've got this season. Battle for the lead. Looks like Brendan Book's going to go ahead and leave the 25 back on the bottom side. And as you can see, that's going to cause a little bit of a checkup. 71's going to go take it 3 wide. The 30 Shaboom machine there as well. Here comes the 61 of Micah Allard, also a little bit further in the back. And, yeah, we're going to try to mix it up. They might think, hey, we're in the back. It's time to go. We got to get up there. It's going to take a few laps to do just that. And, I'm going to guess maybe the 71 has a little bit of a damage. Can't be pushed. Maybe a little bit slower. Mike's got to go ahead and leave him. Pull up in front of him. And we're going to get turned. 71 on the bottom. It's going to be Brianna Levine. Very unfortunate. Going to collect Mike Allard and Frank Warner and Brian Pizzicemi. Let's pick up with Micah because I know he was right there in that. Wow. All right. Let's go ahead and bring this on down to the chase. And actually, no, let's turn this around. There we go. Let's rewind it a little bit. All right, stop it, and we'll play it from right there. 3 wide, 71 in the middle. I'm not quite sure what's going on with 71 besides no draft help. So Micah decides to go to the outside, and it looks like just goes down a little bit, collects the 78, and takes out a few pretty good cars, even way in the back. You see the 9 is involved, as well as the 61, but Micah with all kinds of damage there. You see the 37 as well. 37 machine, that's going to be Andrew Sanford. Joseph Turley back there, as well as Jeremy Kramer. So, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled on that one. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, we're going to go ahead and get back up. Brendan Book now, he's going to go ahead and lead. Tom Flitcroft's going to be right behind. Looks like Brendan Book might be blinking out just a little bit, so we won't jump right up with him. We'll see, though. Lights atop the pace car are on. Looks like he's going to go ahead and stay out. So let's see. Brendan Book is in C Motorsports. Let's see if we can pull old Brendan up to the booth right now. Have a quick chat with one of the main admins here in this series. Brendan's repeat up in the booth, but you got a copy in that Cincinnati number 5.
Yeah, I got you, repeat.
Well, Brendan, good to finally get a chance to talk to you. You're up towards the front. You got a good friend in Flitcroft right behind you. Also, Holzer, Ryan Crooks, and Francis Hamilton right now going to be the top 5. First off, how's it feel to actually be in the front and out of most of the danger in the back? And can that Camaro keep it in the win, sir?
Yeah, I mean, it feels, really good to be up here for this, first race of the season for the 2023, Shake and Bakes. But, yeah, I mean, started out in the back and then just, kind of just methodically made my way up here and, just trying to run smooth and, stay out of harm's way. But I think at this point with, about 10 to go, I don't think it matters if you're first or last. You're possibly in trouble, so... Hopefully, it could work out right, work with my teammates, Tom and James, and maybe get Mike up here, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, Mike unfortunately was part of that wreck a little bit further in back. Brianna Levine kind of swooped down a little bit too low, collected 78. 78 got into Micah Allard, and he did have some damage and back down on the apron. The sponsor that we see down the side of your car, obviously not the HendrickCars.com that I believe you were in last year. Cincinnati, that's a welder machine, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I just know it's one of Larson's paint,
Okay.
It's one of his paint schemes and sponsors from last year. And same thing with Bowman a couple years ago. So I just like it.
Gotcha. We're in the low teens as far as the restart goes. It looks like, I think I saw the lights on top of the pace car. We're still on. I've asked everybody this so far that I've spoke with here in this 4th caution. Who are you looking for in your rear view that will give you the biggest opportunity to grab a W for the first win in season number 2?
I would say, like I kind of mentioned earlier, my teammates Tom and James or Micah. So, and then there's been a couple other people that have pushed really well, but I can't, really trust they'll stay committed. So I have to stick with those 3.
All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back down to C Motorsports right now. Good luck. And, yeah, we're going go way back in time, sir. Always a fan. Go get him.
Yep, thanks.
You got it. All right, get him on back down to C Motorsports with Tom Flitcroft, Micah Allard, and company. And it looks like he's actually going to go ahead and choose the high side. So he's going to pick up Ryan Crooks. So I imagine he was just talking about a teammate, Tom Flitcroft, being down there. I imagine they're going to work something out where the 5 is going to be able to drop down in front of the 8 on the restart and really be able to push. So we'll have to see. Now, he says his friends, okay? When it comes to these races, just like in real life, these races, everybody wants to win, especially here at Daytona. If you can get it done at Daytona, you can grab a win early in the season. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. You put yourself in the best possible spot to grab a W, and that's what it's all about. It's like putting your queen in the perfect spot for the end of a chess match, and you're able to put your competition in checkmate. And that's exactly what Tom Flitcroft wants to do. So definitely wish him a whole lot of luck. You see the 8 of Tom Flitcroft there as well. He says in his bio, probably going to crash. I'm not going to jinx him. He said don't jinx me. I wouldn't do that. Let's go. Pace car's pulling off. We're going to go back green one more time. 4th caution on the night. Here we go. Green flag's out. So the 25 and the 5 get a little bit of a shot there. Now the 25 just has to hope when the other cars pull up behind him that they just don't go around in the draft. You see the 17, he's down low. There's the 48, Francis Hamilton also. So you got EMGG machines side by side. But up front, look at these two. Is the 8 pushing too hard? You do not want to get too big of a gap because the rest of the cars can just pull on up, draft right on by, and you've got nothing at all to say about what happens. What's going to happen between the 25 and 17? 17 not clear up high. He's going to have to stay right there. So those two machines, they're going to have to kind of check up a little bit, cause a little bit of an accordion effect on the bottom, and just stay lined up. Something tells me if the 17 was clear the 12 of Matt Burgess, he might have pulled on up. They had a good enough of a run, but just not able to do it right there. Tom's parents, driver 8's parents says awesome racing. I have to absolutely agree, Mr. and Mrs. Flitcroft. It has been one hell of a race. 12 getting one hell of a shot from the 63 of Evan Knopp, getting them all kinds of squarely. Here we go, 3 wide, a whole bunch coming up through the middle. That's going to leave the 63 out to dry on the high side. And here comes the 68 of Tom Harmon. Again, we weren't able to talk too much about him earlier, but it's about time for him to show up and try to move his way to the front. And if we look from his hood view, you see Avril there. She looks pretty cool, calm, and collected, not afraid whatsoever to try to shove. Trying to maybe look to the inside, see if we can get that 12 to look, but no such luck. A little bit of side drafting going on right in the middle. See the 5 down there. The 68 is going to lock up with the 12 one more time. Give a big old shove. Hard contact going down the backstretch. Going to pull right on up to the 31. Here comes the 93 going to come up. That's going to make them check up. Go 3 wide one more time. Put the 93 3 wide. Man, wow, that could have turned bad. But Wade, great job for these guys to hold on to it. 3 wide. That could have been huge the way the 93 came up. All right, we're going to have one more crank it up session with 8 laps remaining. we're going to keep everybody right in. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. There's too much action going on right now with all this. Tom Harmon, he wants to get that 12 up there. That way he's got someone to fight with. The 63 was able to find a hole. You see the 31 Virginia Tech machine down low as well. So all the players that were a little bit further in the back, all of a sudden starting to fight their way, crawl their way back up top. The 25 of Ryan Crooks, he's now finds himself after pulling out of the bottom line, trying to pull himself back up to see if he can't get enough clean air on the nose. He's going to pass Brendan Book on the bottom side. They're going to go back side by side like they just started. No, we're not working lap 1. We are working lap 83 of 97 laps to go. We have not seen the proverbial big one yet this evening. Is it going to be like what he just said, where we're going to see it late in the race? Are we going to see it at all? Oh, we got one car in the wall a little bit further back. No harm, no foul. Didn't collect anybody else. All kinds of action a little bit further back. Let's actually jump on back there right around Byron Jones and others. We do see one. I believe that's going to be, that was going to be Frank Winnisett that just went around. I could be wrong. Oscar Henson a little bit further back. Jacob Palmer. I believe that was Frank Winnisett. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to play this back, find out exactly what happened. All we saw was smoke. All right, so obviously we got to rewind just a tad because he's already down on the apron. All right, let's go ahead and stop it right there. We'll switch it on over to the chase cam. It always seems to show the most. As you can see, there are 3 wide right in front of him. No Name says who's dropping the hammer, who's cracking besides bumpers. Castro is going to take it. Number 27. You never know. Let's see what happens here. Let's play it out. Looks like the 20 wanted to follow the 24 of PJ up through the middle. Here comes the 1 right behind. 18 down low. 20 wanted to follow. Just no room, not clear. And you see the 37 and others just hard contact into the outside wall. So, yeah, just not clear to play follow the leader and end up collecting a few more cars and down on the grass. 20 trying to grab traction, get back up. We'll go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so looks like Ryan Crooks is now leading. Matt Burgess is going to be P2 in that number 12. I don't recall seeing Matt Burgess as available to chat earlier, but I will definitely go back through and see if I can find him. Yep, Matt Burgess is down there in Output Racing. So yeah, we'll go ahead and bring driver 12 and his Ford Mustang GT up to the booth. Matt, it's repeat. Bud, we've been watching this A&W machine, it seems like all night long. Well, now you're going to have a shot on the outside unless Ryan Crooks decides to go up there and maybe pick up a teammate or something like that. Can you finally get on up there, get some clean air on the nose of that pony, and maybe come away with a W, sir?
It's always possible. There's a few guys that have been teaming up here that have been racing longer, together longer than I have. So we'll see how it shapes out. I got Thomas back there, Harmon back there, so we'll see how it goes here.
Man, we are going to have it's pretty much going to be the equivalent of a green-white checker. What do you need? How close do you want the guy behind you to be when that green flag flies? Obviously, the leader always has the advantage on most tracks, but on super speedways, most of the time they're not going to go because they don't want to get too big of a run. That way, that whole draft just comes along, gobbles them up, and before you know it, they are just completely out of contention because they dropped the hammer too soon. How soon do you want somebody up your tailpipe saying, hey, man, it's time to go?
No, as soon as the green drops, if somebody's on you and pushing, you can really pick up speed quick. I imagine these guys that have been teaming up are gonna try to do it again to try to pull away a little bit, and then we'll see. I mean, it's like you said, it's gonna be green white checkered, so it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
All right, buddy. I'll get you on back. You were in team output, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get you back down there with everybody else in team comms. And man, good luck. Keep it going. Don't let that crack. Don't let that bottle crack too soon. We want to see you maybe in a podium later.
All right. Thank you.
You got it, buddy. All right.
Questions?
All right. Oh, hold on. I moved myself back down instead of Matt. There we go. Let's get Matt back down there this time. All right. So we got Matt down there, and man, it's going to be interesting to see what he's capable of doing. So I definitely wish the guy a whole lot of luck. And I'd love to see him, grab a podium position for season 2, race number 1. All right, definitely see all 30 to 40 of you out there between Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and IROC TV. What do y'all think? Was that the last caution? Is it going to be was caution number 5 the end? Or is the aggression level just going to go through the roof, and will we have the big one? Will it be the entire field like we've seen so far? Maze Ninja says, I hope so. No Name says, let it rip, Tater Chip. Absolutely. All right, so lights atop the pace car are out. Tom's parent says we're going to see the big one. They are all racked and stacked back up, nose to tail, all the way back. 30-plus cars still on this track. Green flag. 8 car of Tom really pushing the 17 of James Holzer up the back bumper of Tom. There is no more don't push the pusher. Huge run because the bottom side is not nose to tail. 5 kind of gave up the ghost on the 25 of Ryan Crooks, hoping that maybe the 12 and company would come on up, be able to pick up a friend, but that's not going to be the case. Off 2 down the backstretch. 12, 25, 5, 8, 68 of Tom Harmon and the 17 of Holzer. There's the 63 as well. This is going to be the main pack. Got another pack just a little bit further back. 2 laps remaining. Tom Harmon now on the bottom side in that Avril Lavigne machine. She's going to push for all she can. They're going to put that 12 out to dry. Here comes the 8 and the 17. Also, now you see, oh, we got a car up in the wall. Could this be it? Yes, it is. The entire field's going to get collected, and it is the big one. Final lap, though, could not save. They had already come across the start stripe. 25 of Ryan Crooks. He's got the 8. Crooks comes up the block. Gonna go ahead and throw it low to block as well. 8 of Tom Flitcroft, nowhere to go. The 17 of James Holzer, where did he come from? Up high, you see the 5 of Brendan Book. Cody Giles in the 6. Old Fluffy, he's gonna have a shot at this. Here it is, Tom Flitcroft up on the high side. He's got the 17. Who's it gonna be at the line? Tom Flitcroft gets it done at Daytona. Wow. Mr. I'm gonna crash does not crash. Holy cow. There is going to be a party in New York tonight. Big congratulations to Tom Flitcroft, old Tom Flitty from back in the day. Known this man a long, long time. He even rocked NASCAR out there in chat saying, congrats, Tom. That's how everybody knows him. It's not Tom Flitcroft, it is Tom. Congratulations, number 8. All right, let's go ahead. Getting a little extra celebratory partying from the number 5. He's just going to send it through the Daytona grass. And man, hell of a job. Honeycutt going to congratulate him. 34 of McGraw, he's going to come on up there. You see the 17 back there. A lot of people really like this guy. So he's going to have his turn to celebrate, his turn to burn him down. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Told you, this guy's got a lot of friends. He said he was going to do it Earnhardt style. Well, you think back to the Daytona 500 from 1998, and you put a 3 car right where that 8 is, and that is absolutely reminiscent of Senior saying, I got to ride out in the grass. I got the good out of it. It's going to Daytona, USA, and I don't care. Now, if he can only go down pit road and have every crew member come on out to congratulate him. Think it might be a little overheated now. Puffing smoke. He's going to try. Can he get any more out of that Camaro? I think he is all out of go-go juice. So it will be the 8 Mountain Dew Amp machine for Tom Flitcroft that goes to Victory Lane. We'll be speaking very, very soon with Tom Flitcroft, Ryan Crooks, and James Holzer. So 2 EMGG machines going to round out the top 3. One hell of a race. Tom Flitcroft going to do the famed Alan Kulwicki Polish victory lap while he's hurting. That motor's definitely down on power. Patrick Allen saying, good old Tom Flitcroft. Absolutely. He is going to absolutely enjoy this. Last season, Tom had a lot of bad luck. So far, he's going to start season number 2 off with a W. And it couldn't, like I said, could not have happened to a nicer guy. And he didn't crash. Absolutely. You see down there on his bio, probably going to crash? Not tonight. When I pulled him up into the booth for caution number 1, he said, oh, you're jinxing me. I said, I wouldn't have it. Would not have it. I told him his car is green. That means he's got the luck of the Irish on his side. And even though that thing's puffing smoke, still has not expired. All right, he's going to bring it back, and I imagine he's going to get it right to the start stripe, and he's going to park it, grab a picture for himself as the winner of race 1, season number 2 here for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, and one hell of a race. Yeah, Tom, grab your flag, and it's all you, sir. Congratulations. Gonna park it right there and let her blow. All right, guys and girls, we will be right back. I absolutely promise. So again, we're gonna have Ryan Crooks, James Holzer, and Tom Flitcroft to speak with our top 3. Don't nobody go nowhere.
Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking right here. We're going to start off with driver coming across the line, P3, Ryan Crooks. He started third, so pretty much holding serve all night long, but definitely up towards the front. Got a chance to talk to you, Ryan, during one of the cautions, and I asked you what it was like, pushing the 8, and then also if you're going to have enough power to keep that EMGG Camaro up front, and you said yes. And you just about pulled it off. You threw some amazing last-minute blocks, made for some great racing all the way around. But it's going to be a great way to also start off your season, sir. One hell of a race. I don't even think I can ask you to walk me through it just because of everything that happened. But man, what was it like through your eyes and through your wheel?
Yeah, I think when we talked, I told you whoever was leading on the last lap was not going to win the race. And I saw Flitcroft was pushing Book kind of earlier before the last caution, and I saw him getting hot, so I figured the bottom line was going to check up. So went up high and got the lead, and of course we got the caution. So on the restart, I knew I was going to have to block, and got through the first lap. After the first lap, they started wrecking behind us, so I was in my rearview mirror. I was just trying to see who all was caught up and where the run was going to come from. And yeah, they got a huge run down the back stretch and went up and blocked. And I was like, all right, that's, challenge 1. They're going to come again with another one hard. And I knew it was going to come off of 4. So I got another good block in, and the tires are we've worn them out just a little bit. And I think I got a little loose and came low, and he got clean air, and after that it was over with. I had nobody behind me, and yeah, that was it. But that was a lot of fun. Glad we brought it home in one piece. It was a good way to start the year.
Absolutely, yeah. P3 points to start the year with leading, more than one lap. I don't know if you clinched most laps led tonight, but man, bringing it home on the bottom step of the podium with leading a lap and having a strong piece. Obviously, I've been keeping up with you throughout Shake and Bake's off season in other leagues as well, and you've really I don't want to say you've stepped up your game because you've always been a good driver, but how do you feel like you've grown in the off season, and what can we look forward to when it comes to season 2 here in Shake and Bake and Driver 2.5?
Yeah, I worked a lot more on just kind of tire management and just being patient and just really saving my stuff for long runs that are kind of inevitable in these leagues. You're going to get at least one really long run, so just try to work on kind of how I can save my stuff and not burn things up, and be more patient as we go forward through this year. We got a lot of tracks where it's going to be real pivotal, especially in these next gen cars. So yeah, glad to see like a lot of the things, just kind of work on in officials, translate and work. Just kind of excited to hit the track next week, and I think we go to Fontana, but really excited to get out to a track where you kind of control more of your fate.
There you go. Yeah, I'll actually go ahead and bring up the schedule. I didn't do that earlier because I wanted to be able to talk to Byron Jones about Jones Paint and Design. But yeah, after tonight, we actually head to Phoenix next week, and then the Atlanta, the Legacy track. COTA, we're going to go road course racing within the first few weeks, followed by Iowa and then Auto Club on April the 10th. So good string of tracks coming up. And man, congratulations on this top 3. Obviously, you've got EMGG and Glitch in your back pocket. Any other friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to, sir?
Yeah, just thank everybody that puts this league on. This is a super fun league, a super competitive league to race in. Really enjoy it. Gives you something to look forward to Monday nights. Thank you for the awesome broadcast, man. In every league you do a hell of a job, and makes everything a lot more fun, especially to go back and watch. So just thank all the work everybody does putting these races together. I know it takes a lot of work, and we just hop in here and get the race. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, just thank everybody that puts this on.
Just before you go, when you're talking about the competition in this league, in this series, in this community, a lot of people when I say SOF, the strength of the field. A lot of people that run iRacing also know what that means. Here in Shake and Bake, it's just about a 3K strength of field, which is absolutely phenomenal. So, way to get it done. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it, bud. All right, we're going to move on up to driver 17, up 14 spots. Not much of an introduction needed after last season's championship being claimed by the one and only James Holzer. Holzer, man, we're starting off strong already for you, and you got a brand new paint scheme. You got the same teammate, and you and Tom Flickerhoff really seem to hit it off. I know y'all have a lot of history back in console, and even here, you guys continue to be friends, work together, not only in Shake and Bake but around other leagues and other tracks as well. You came from the back, 14 spots up. How much chaos did you see back there, and what did you have to endure to get up here, sir?
A lot. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, we started off a lot better this year because last year we didn't even race in the opening race at Daytona. We didn't make our start in SMB until Auto Club, but yeah, definitely had a little bit of luck on our side when Tyler kind of got loose and that first wreck happened. I got arced into it. I mean, there was really nothing you could do just at the point of the corner where the wreck was, so just kind of bounced my way through and only had about 30 seconds of damage. So in this next gen car, it can really endorse a good bit of damage and still be fast, but only having 29 seconds. We did lose a lot of track position on that wreck. I think it was around like lap 16 or so. Fell back to about 36th, but yeah, we got into that long run, and when the green flag pit stop started happening, J-Mac, Jose, and I were all going to make it on fuel, and everybody else was going to have to come pit again. So that was going to be really interesting to see how that played out, especially because we were all together. Even though J-Mac didn't, he kind of lost us a little bit because he had a little bit of a pit road glitch. We still all backed up, and we were going to have good speed, and we were catching the pack in front of us just with the three of us. So it was going to be really interesting to see how that shook out. But yeah, that really helped us with some track position, just having a clean on and off, and we ended up like P9 or so from there.
In the duels, you showed a lot of speed, and you were really trying to help James Kerr work his way into the race. And you went ahead and showed your speed yet again tonight, your skill. Obviously, I think the last time I saw you were sitting at about a 7K I rating, now almost 7,500. Road to Pro, hopeful Road to Pro candidate. Man, what does racing in Shake and Bake mean to you to try to go back to back and claim a second championship, sir?
It's a family. It's a great group of drivers. We, like you kind of touched on, Tom and I worked together for a long time. We run Carburetor Cup and Pickup Cup together, and we work on pushing each other in super speedways, and we've just really figured out, no matter if it's in the the legacy truck or Xfinity car or the next gen car even, we've really just figured out how to work really well together, typically with me behind Tom, but Tom could push really well too. But yeah, when it lined up just perfect there and we were 4 and 6, I knew we were gonna have a shot. Just had to kind of unfortunately ditch the 12 to the middle there, and that was our really only shot of getting up there, and that kind of stacked up everything and started that last caution. But yeah, it's like I kind of touched on, it just means a lot because it's a really good group of people, and like you touched on, it's a 3K SOF. I mean, that's an average top split race, strength of field. For people that watch the streams and race iRacing know that 3K is not a bad SOF at all, especially with a 43 card field with diversity all the way top to the bottom. So it's just a really good place to race, and I just enjoy coming out. And I don't run these next gen cars a lot, and some people like O'Brien and Harmon, they have a lot of experience in this next gen car. So even though it's there's an I rating gap per se, that's just a number at the end of the day. Somebody that's a 2,500 or even a 2,000 can go out and win a race. It's really just a number and having knowledge in the car, and I like using Shake and Bake as learning the next gen car, and with the update coming out tomorrow, that's really going to change a lot about this car. I'm really anxious to see how it's going to change and who's going to flourish and who's going to just kind of stay the same. But yeah, this season's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
Well, Holzer, just like Flitcroft, definitely known you for a long time. Always been a fan. Back to your Big John days. But man, congratulations on this P2. Way to start season 2. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there, sir? I know you've been busy in the off season.
Yeah, man, it has been a really busy off season. Jumping over to EPI here about a month and a half ago, been really going to work, but really just been, you know, hunkering down. But it's just been awesome. But like I said, thank you, Repeat, for doing the broadcast. Thanks to Honeycut and Frozen and Brennan Book and everybody who puts this league on. Like Crook said, we just race in it. They put the stuff together. So awesome race. Really can't ask for much more, with especially how challenging this car was to drive at Daytona. And just gotta thank Tom for holding a really pretty wheel so I could push him to the finish there, because I was not lifting, and he took it good. So
There you go.
shout out to Tom there for holding on to it, because we were wrecking if we didn't. If he wasn't winning, we were wrecking. Checkers and wreckers, Gregson style.
You did good.
I was about to tell you, you got a long history with Tom Flickeroff. I was going to tell him to get out of the car. I need him in the booth. But man, hell of a race, Holzer, and we'll definitely see you next week when we get to Phoenix.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, buddy. Well, it is the man of the hour, up 10 spots to P number 1, Tom Flickeroff. You are going to grab the Season 2 win here at Daytona. I grabbed you during that first caution. You said, no, you're jinxing me. And in your bio, it says, I'm probably going to crash. Well, guess what, buddy? You didn't crash. I didn't jinx you. Here you are with the W, blowing the motor in your burnouts. Daytona belongs to Tom Flickeroff. One hell of a race, sir.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't expect that. We'll take it though. Let's go. Hell yeah! Thank you, James, for the push, and hell of a run by Ryan Crooks there. You know, we worked pretty well together through most of the race, and he was throwing some haymakers, man. But I didn't want to wreck him. You never want to win it that way, and I'm glad I didn't. And luckily, we were able to bring it home in one piece. And yeah, I didn't expect this. Like I said, we'll take it though. I'm friggin' pumped, man.
No doubt, dude. You've been trying to win one of these races for a very long time. And when you came across the start stripe with Holzer right behind you, and then Crooks and quite a few others, you had one hell of a gaggle of cars coming up to congratulate you. I think even Brendan Book spun you out going through the grass. You mentioned, kind of the what would Dale Earnhardt do-esque statement at the end when I got a chance to talk to you, and you said, where do I got to put this thing? Well, here you were, spinning through the grass, taking it back to 98 when Earnhardt was doing the same thing. He says, I gave it a good run through the grass. I got the good out of it. The car's going to Daytona, USA, and I don't care. Man, you put on that same exact attitude tonight. You grabbed the W. You got the monkey off your back early here in season number 2. How much would you say you've grown in the off season as well? The same as a Crooks, a Holzer, a Book, a Honeycut, and so many others.
I mean, I always thought I was a decent super speedway racer, so I mean, I wouldn't look too much into this, but yeah, man. I mean, a lot of it is luck, but when you can kind of put yourself in the right position and have people around you that work well with you, that's really how you get the deal done. I could not have gotten the win without James. There's no friggin' way I would have won it without him pushing the crap out of me. So he was committed. We stayed committed to each other. Me, Brendan, and James were talking before that last caution came out. We were like, let's just stay committed and hopefully one of us can get it. And then, the caution came out there and kind of mixed us up a little bit. But, we still made it work somehow. And like you said, I was like... You told me, or I said to you earlier, what would Dale Earnhardt do?
There you go.
James is like, this guy in front of us is holding us up. We got to get around him. I'm like, well, screw it. Let's try the middle, I guess. So I start bouncing off of cars, and I don't know, man. It was good. It was a good race overall up front. I'm not sure what happened a couple times back there with the yellows and stuff, but we got some green flag pit stops, so that was really nice to see, and let it kind of string out a little bit like back in the old days at Daytona, how it used to before they repaved it. So that was kind of cool to see, I thought. But we got Phoenix coming up next.
Yep.
James touched base with it a little bit about the next gen update. They're going to take some downforce away, and I was already pretty sideways there to begin with, so we're gonna have some fun out there though. But there's not nearly as much pressure, but I'd like to still continue this and keep up the good runs and hopefully get a couple more wins. We had that one at Pocono last season, but
Yep.
it was just a little too late, and the playoffs, how luck happens. It's just how it is. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of this season, and thank you for friggin' putting this broadcast on, and thank you to Frozen and J-Mac and Honeycutt, Jeremy and Marty Hensley, and who am I forgetting? Who's the other guy?
Mr. Book.
Oh yeah, my teammate. Hey, he made me nervous going into 3 on the outside. I saw him and I was like, oh crap, he's gonna get this, we're screwed. But he had a good finish there in the top 5 also, so that was really awesome to see. All of us had a good solid day, and hopefully we can keep it up going forward.
All right, buddy. Yeah, huge congratulations. Like I said earlier, always been a fan. Always great to talk to you. You were one hell of a character to be able to hang around with and carry on a conversation with. You mentioned the word committed a lot. We, as much as we joke around, think you need to be committed at times. Tonight you were committed to a lot of people, and a lot of people were committed to you, and you kept that number 8 Amp Energy Mountain Dew machine up front all night long. Again, I said it before, Daytona belongs to you, Tom Flitcroft. You've had a lot of cheers out there in chat, especially from your parents. Nobody can take this win from you, sir. Congratulations. Any quick other friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there?
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think so, man. I just, like I said, I appreciate you guys having, giving us a place to run and where we can actually do this, and then, have other people actually watch from home that don't even race. That's cool too, like my parents and other people's family and friends. So that's awesome. Can't wait to continue the season and try to get another one. You never know. Talladega's coming up.
There you go. All right, buddy. Congratulations again. And that's really cool of you.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you.
Absolutely welcome. All right, guys and girls, definitely appreciate it. With just about all 40 of you out there in chat rooting on your own individual drivers. I mean, there were people all the way throughout the running order all night long. In the end, Tom Flitcroft go ahead and gets it done. Big thank you to our sponsors, of course, Jones Paint and Designs. Anything you need from a digital brush, whether it's a scheme for one of these cars like you just saw with the 8 of Tom Flitcroft, or anything else you need, like I said, paint schemes, you need hero cards, you need whatever. Even if it's a shirt, all right, he's got to hook up with that as well from 213 Simware and Swag.biz and so many others. That's also the other thing. Swag.biz will now be making and sending a shirt to Tom Flitcroft for winning tonight's race. So they'll always have that little bit of memento. And of course, IROC TV over on Roku. Whether you've got a Roku TV or a Roku streaming device, make sure you go on over. Pick up the symbol or the logo that you see there in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Look them up. Whether it's for a POV stream, league, community, club, podcast, whatever it is, whatever you want to watch, 24/7 iRacing in 4K. Go on over, give it a watch, give it a download. It's a free app. Absolutely enjoy it, and I'll see you there as well. But for now, y'all have a great night. Stay safe. Do take care, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Good night.